we found this lioness. So thank you very much for the Zumi who let us know that they saw a lioness earlier around the dam. Now we're actually quite, well, I wouldn't say far, maybe almost a kilometer from the dam. Just the one lioness. I'm just having a look, everyone. I think this is the female lioness, the mother, that has got the cubs. It looks like it. She does appear as if she is lactating. I think this is the mother. Let's just sit quietly as she walks past. Yeah, you can see some suckle marks now. I wonder where she's going. Now, I don't know if she has come from the cubs. She's heading in the completely opposite direction to where we had that den site last time, or the only time we've managed to see the cubs. But she's heading in the opposite direction. Oh, beautiful light on her. A lot of you saying she looks lovely in this morning sun. She does, she does. Well, this is a nice little treat. Oh. Elephant and lions, not a bad start to the morning. Now I wonder where the rest of the pride is. Just going to give her a bit of space. Going to give her a bit of space, and we can follow her and see where she goes. Thank you very much again to the Zoomies that were watching on the dam cam and caught a glimpse of this lioness walking on the other side of the dam, I think along the road apparently. We're very fortunate that we've got a few eyes and ears around, and that dam cam has proved itself many times in terms of finding animals or letting us know about animals. There was apparently a leopard, as I mentioned earlier, that drank there about 4 o'clock this morning, but we haven't had any sign of it, and I think at 4 o'clock, by 4 o'clock in the morning, it would have moved quite far already. Now, where is this lioness going? I wonder if she moved the den. I have no idea, but everyone, if she did move the den, it would be exciting because she's heading further and further into Djuma. So she's currently quite basically in the central part of Djuma at the moment. She's contact calling. Elizabeth, you were asking if this lioness is walking with a bit of a limp. You're saying she's walking quite gently on the leg. I didn't see Elizabeth. I'll have a look. There she goes. Just listen, she was contact calling. So I wonder if this lioness didn't perhaps go off and feed those cubs, and now she's looking for the pride again. She's maybe left them already. But it would be nice if we can just stick with her, follow her, see where she goes. Chatty Meg, you asked if she breaks away from the pride when she gives birth. She does indeed. Sorry, I'm just having a look around here. I don't want to lose her, but it is quite thick there. I don't want to take a chance. I'm going to rather follow her off-road. There is a road coming up, but you never know. She could change direction. We might lose her, so I'd rather follow her through here. Chatty Meg, so the lionesses do leave the pride when they are about to give birth. and they'll leave the pride for a while they look after those cubs, but she will meet up with them every now and then. And I mean, this lioness, I'm sure, would be happy to see the rest of the pride again. I just need to look for a little gap to get through. Sure, she's taking us through quite a thick area now. Love to see where she's going. Janine, sometimes lionesses can stay away from their cubs. Well, I suppose, excuse me, it actually depends on how old they are. No, this is not going to be fun. There's a buffalo thorn. Hold on, Janine. Janine, they maybe a day and a half, but they try not to stay away that long. It's probably a bit longer, to be honest, Janine. Probably a bit longer, but like I said, she would choose not to stay away that long. She'd rather go back and feed them on a regular basis, make sure they stay healthy and fed. Okay, we've still got a nice view of her walking through the grass. I'm just trying to navigate through this thick vegetation. I'm hoping she takes us to the rest of the pride. That would be great, because we might be able to follow them, and hopefully they then decide to rest on Djuma for the day, and then we would have them for this afternoon too. Sure, she's really taking us. I'm glad we did decide to follow her though, because this area is so thick. And I think we'd probably lose her quite quickly. Where did she go now? She's still... Huh? Can you see her, Senza? Oh, there she goes. Watch out. Oh. Fighting off the branches. Watch out, Senza, there's sharp thorns there. Now while I get through here, or try to get through here at least, I'm going to try follow this lioness. Let's head back to Taylor, who's still got that lioness and apparently is watching wildebeest. Alright, we've managed to follow this lioness. She's now lying on a termite mound. Wonderful view of her. Alright, please excuse the links from the Mara at the moment. They're busy with a lot of Facebook lives at the moment. So I'm trying to do as much on Facebook for Nat Geo Wild and Nat Geo and Safari Live. So listen. So that lioness is contact calling. Sherry, you asked if the lioness would move. Hold on, listen to this contact calling. Oh, she would have stopped. Sherry, you asked would the lioness move the den so regularly or stay in the same area? Well, Sherry, it depends. When these cubs are born, they'll still be far too young to really move around for the first 2 to 3 weeks. And then she may decide to move them to another den site, possibly still while they are too young to move around for themselves. And then as they start getting older, she will start moving a little den site probably 3 or 4 times, somewhere around there. Occasionally they might find a spot that they are happy with, and they might only move once and then keep the cubs there until the cubs are old enough to then get taken to just listen to her contact calling me. Charlie, you asked if a leopard can hear a lion contact calling. Definitely. Just like we can. See if she roars properly. Shame, it actually sounds like a bit of a sad call. There she comes. Oh, that is a beautiful light. We'll just sit still as she walks past us. There she goes. She's moving there. So I wonder where the rest of the pride is. She keeps looking for them and contact calling. As I said, the other guides did have tracks of them, but I didn't hear any update that they found them. I might just radio some of the other guides and just find out if they did manage to have any luck with the rest of the pride. I don't think so, unless they are perhaps on Buffels Hook in the north. I'm just trying to have a look which direction she's going. Sorry. So I'm just listening to somebody. Listen to kudu alarm calling. See the kudu that we passed some kudu earlier, and they've spotted that lioness, and now they're alarm calling. It's amazing how alert they are. Just have a look at this. Just off to our left, you can see that kudu. Let's see if we see her alarm call. You see that? There we go. Wonderful. We often speak about the kudu alarm calls. It sounds like a bark, and you don't always see it. Sometimes it's too late by the time we get there. But this kudu is clearly alarm calling at the lioness. We're going to have to stick with her again. We had a question of whether or not she was contact calling. The lioness was contact calling for the pride or for the cubs. I think it's most likely the pride. She would know exactly where she put the cubs. She wouldn't need to contact call. She'll only contact call when she gets into that spot that she left them. Sorry, Patricia, that was your question. So definitely the pride that she's looking for. It's a lot better when you're a lioness. You don't have to dodge so many trees. Quite funny trying to navigate through the bush like this. Senzo's having a little chuckle behind me. I just want to see, because we're probably going to approach one of the other roads, yeah. Charlie, your question, sorry, and I'm not sure if you heard earlier, I was saying these lions, you asked, can a leopard hear the lion contact call? And yes, definitely. And vice versa, of course they can. They can hear each other calling, most likely. She's just decided to lie down. I don't want to push her too much. Let's see, can you see her through there, Senzo? Is that okay? Yeah, let's just wait here with her. Hold on a second, I just want to radio some of the other guides. Taxon or Rexon, do you copy? Morning, Tax. Before we managed to locate on a single lioness, we basically between Vultures, between Nyala Road South and Vultures Nest Road, we're south of Central. Just a single lioness. She is contact calling. Did you have any luck with the pride this morning, the tracks? Okay, copy. She's contact calling and moving. I'm going to stick with her. Maybe she takes us to the pride. I'll keep you updated. No, doesn't sound like anyone else had luck for the Lions this morning. Just us. Team effort. Zoomies and us. Now usually the lions are very, very good at pinpointing where each other are. Stanley, as I mentioned earlier, you know, the lion cubs can go a few days without food, but ideally the lioness will return every day and feed them. So yes, but like I said, this lioness may very possibly have left those cubs early this morning, so they've fed. They will rest now for quite some time until she finds the pride. Maybe the pride are hunting again. You know, she also needs to eat. Easier if she's got a pride to help her catch food. Yeah, now that's linked to Patricia's question of how long can she go without food. Or Patricia, she's feeding cubs, so she'd have to try and feed every 2 or 3 days, and depending on how much food she gets. Listen. Oh, that sound, even though it's quite a low sound, will definitely be picked up by the rest of the pride. But I wonder if these lions are in this area. I really don't know. We are going to stick with this lioness for a while. Hopefully she finds the pride. But Scott has got a male lion in the Mara. Let's go and have a look. We are still sitting with this lioness, and thank you, Scott. It would be great to get to triple digits with the bird count. I don't know though if we're going to be lucky to get that high, but you never know. I'd like to get to over 80 this morning. Need 4 more to get over 80. The sunset line is calling. It's not a full roar at all. There's just a contact call.
Sunset.
Senzo says it sounds a bit sad, like she's looking for the pride. So I'm just listening to the radio quickly. Janine, I don't know how far these calls can be heard from. I'm not sure how sensitive the lion's hearing is when it comes to these contact calls. So actually, I don't know, Janine. I've got no idea. Obviously, a full roar will be heard much further away, but I don't know, she's not interested in calling, and I can't hear anything being returned. I can't hear another lion calling back. So just what you were saying, I can't hear anything being returned, and Anna Marie, you were asking if they would contact call back. Indeed, they would definitely, or they would possibly come and look for her and head in this direction. It's starting to warm up quite nicely. We're sitting in the sun here. And so Senzo, you might just have to tap me on the shoulder in case I doze off every now and then. It's so pleasant. It's really, really nice. Apparently it's 19 degrees Celsius and about 66 Fahrenheit. Again, Megan, I think that is wrong. I laugh so much at this. I laugh so much at this weather station that we get our reports from. I think it's so off. It feels a bit warmer than that. And other times when it's really cold and it tells us that it's warmer. I don't know. Maybe my internal thermostat is broken. Perhaps. I really hope this lioness has luck in finding the pride. It's funny, part of me wishes that she finds the pride, and then there's a part of me that wishes we were heading in the other direction towards the cubs. That would have been a really nice surprise for this morning. But anyway, it doesn't matter. It's so lovely to see a lioness. Follow her around. See, now this, I mean, it could change. She could continue moving around. She could go and try and find the pride. She's been contact calling, no luck just yet. She could also stay, rest, and starting to warm up, as I said. So she might rest a bit and maybe move around a bit later, or wait for the pride to call, possibly. And I don't know what's going to happen. Tally, you said, what is that whining sound? And could it be my tummy wanting coffee? Well, I am getting hungry. That's what I'm hungry a lot, everyone. It's a problem. I do get quite hungry from time to time. And I suffer from hangry. I get quite grumpy when I'm hungry. But I think that sound that you heard was the lioness. It wasn't my belly. No, I'm trying to, while I'm sitting here, I'm still scanning around for some birds that we haven't got on our list yet. I'm still sitting on 76. I can hear a orange-breasted bushrack, and I've heard the orange-breasted bushrack a number of times, but unfortunately we just can't find it. I'm going to reposition quickly. You can stay with us. I'll just try to get to the other side. Also, I think if I reposition, it'll help me so that I don't doze off. Turned out to be a lovely morning. Elephant, lions. The kudu. Oh, kudu. The lone ranger of Djuma at the moment. Everyone else is either on leave or in the Mara. Oh, so Byron, the lone ranger of Djuma. Might stick. What do you think, Senzo? We've at least got another cameraman. Soon too. And tomorrow's. But weren't you just on leave? I'm joking. I'm joking. The worst thing for somebody who works in the bush, the worst thing you can say to them when they say, they are going on leave. And you say, but weren't you just on leave? Oh, they get very grumpy at the end of 6 weeks, or depending on the cycles that they work. Here it's a bit different. I think it's mix and match. It's sometimes longer, sometimes shorter. But generally within the lodges, it's a 6-week period on, and that's every day. Just remember, you don't get weekends or public holidays out in the bush. And then they have 2 weeks off. So by the end of 6 weeks, people are ready to go away and they're ready for a break. So you can say to them, but weren't you just on leave? Gets them every time. I do enjoy winding people up, believe it or not. I'm just listening to the radio again. And Ben, this lioness is in good condition, and she got to feed the other day on quite a bit of buffalo meat, so she's fed recently, but that was, last time she fed was 2 days ago, so pretty soon she'd start looking for some food again. She doesn't want to leave it too long. Some quillias flying past. We've seen them. Sure, there really are no birds close by. Oh, we almost had a long-billed crombeck yesterday. It disappeared a little bit too quickly for us. We didn't get it, no, Senzo, we didn't. We need that, we need a heron. Now Steph is also joining us this morning, and Steph, I think, is sitting in the control room, and he's, I think, busy playing with the river cams and probably got some nice views. Let's go and have a look. We're still sitting with this lioness, but I think I'm going to leave her now. She's been lying in this position for the past 10 or 15 minutes, very comfortable. She's still contact calling now and then, trying to hear. We'll find if she can get any call back from the pride. So I'm hoping she does decide, or she does find the lions. I think we are going to leave this lioness now, so maybe give her some time to try and find the pride. Hopefully she has some luck. I don't know if she's just going to rest here, or maybe decide to move around again later once we've left. But we've spent a fair amount of time with her, and lovely seeing her, and hopefully she does find the pride, and maybe they've got something to eat for her. If we drive around, maybe we get some signs of them in this area, so we'll have a look. This morning, maybe this afternoon, we'll come back and have a good look around.